Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are here to review long time ownership of Ford Freestyle car. So the owner is with us now. So we'll go and talk to him in a moment. I'll show you all the features, advantages, disadvantages, and the yearly maintenance charges, insurance cost, fuel cost, mileage, everything about the Ford Freestyle you want to know. Even if you want to go for that car by any chance, the second hand, as the Ford is out of India. So one more thing I want to tell is Ford is airing the commercials in TV recently, saying that it is giving a best service to the cars which it has already sold now in India. So let's see what the owner has to say about the car. Let's get. So guys, as I was talking, the owner of our Ford Freestyle, which he calls fondly the Beast, is with us. He's Mr. Shivraj Patil. So he'll take us through his experience with this car, with this beautiful car here. So let's see what he has to say about it.
Hello everyone, so welcome to the channel Globetrotters.
So when did you buy the car, Shivraj?
2018 December. So it's a 2018 model. So the on-road price was around 9.7 lakhs. So it's a diesel engine, 1500 cc. I mean 1499, and it has 6 airbags. So it's a top-end model, diesel titanium plus. So it has a plenty of features. And you can it has 6 airbags, and you have a traction control system, and you have a ORVM and automatic headlights.
Okay. Shivraj is saying that it is a top model. So let us see from inside out what all the top end contains in the Freestyle 2018 model. So let us. Guys, let's see what is inside. What is this full loaded version of Freestyle has? So Shivraj, if you could explain us what all it has.
To the key, I mean actually when you buy the car, so at the top end, so I was given with 2 keys. One is generally normal and the other one is admin key. So what's the use of admin key is you can set whatever the audio level you want, so that the user won't be able to adjust the audio volumes above the saturation level, and you can even adjust the speed levels. So if I set maximum as 80 and if I give the admin key to them, so they won't be able to cross the speed limit over 80. So that is one extraordinary feature which you get in Ford. Okay, and it's a key, I mean you don't have to, you just have to bring in the key and push the start button, so you'll be able to start the car. Okay.
Yeah, sure. If you could say how the dashboard, and as I can see that it has both conventional and the digital mixture of both. So what all it shows, Shivraj?
Here we have a RPM level, okay, and you can see there 5000 to 6000, it's a red mark. So I mean if you are going beyond 5000, so it's not a good sign. So make sure that you are below always. So this is the last one, is the RPM indicator. So you can see the RPM values over there. And this is nothing but the speedometer. The max speed is 220, and here you can see here, I mean the fuel still 130 kilometers I can run it.
So that is the range is what it is saying.
So and this is the mileage 17.6. What all features it will show is total kilometers. You can check it out. Okay, how many kilometers it has run, and you can see the how many kilometers still it can go. I mean fuel capacity. Kilometers you can travel, and the right side you can see the fuel tank indicator. Okay, so maximum capacity is around 40 liters. We have an infotainment system, and it has features like you can play the audio, video, and even you can connect the apps. Okay, that feature is available.
So Shivraj, it has both Apple CarPlay
and Android.
So what all the steering mount has, I mean the steering set, what all it has on it. If you could explain us.
Yeah, here we have, I mean, you can receive a call or you can disconnect a call. And for the audio, you can increase the audio volume and you can decrease it. And we have a voice control button. Using this, you can give the voice commands. For example, okay Google, navigate to Bangalore.
Navigating to Bengaluru.
So guys, as you can see, the voice command is pretty responsive. As soon as the owner says he wants to navigate to Bangalore, it is taking the command and it is showing us the directions. So this is very good part of this car.
You can connect using USB cable, so it's not supported via Bluetooth. So here we have it two USB connectors. Okay, you can connect here, and you also have a charging slot here, 12 volt. So in case you have a multiple mobiles, you will get an extra connector. You can make use of that to charge it. And
so the charging can be done by both this 12 volt system and the USB here. Is that
yes,
what-
right.
what I'm
And
saying?
in case if you want to connect any high voltage, like for example vacuum cleaners, small vacuum cleaners, like that, so you can make use of this slot to connect to that cleaner. Okay, so use of this one. And coming to the AC system, we have a good
So guys, let me tell you that the AC is on as we are sitting inside the car, and cooling, as I can see, is pretty fast. It's been only around 3 to 4 minutes we are inside the car, and cooling seems to be pretty fast and quick, and you can really feel the cold air cabin getting cooled super fastly.
So coming to the windows, I mean power windows we have, as it is a top model, and only for the driver seat we have a one touch. So one touch is available only for the driver seat, and even all the controls are available for all the windows here, and with even the individual passenger also has the button to knob it down or up. So these features are available. So this one touch is pretty cool. Okay, so it works. And coming to the mirror adjustment, you can see here we have a knob here. So if I want to adjust or make any adjustment, you can see here it is going down, or if I want to make it up, so I can adjust it as per my requirements. And even you can see the left one, you can see here. Okay, so I'll just turn it off. You can see here. So this is the traction control system. Okay, generally it will be on always. So the use of this one is if you are going on highway with 130-140 speed and you have a curve. Okay, so that time you need not reduce the speed, because this traction control system makes vehicle very stable.
So this TCS, you are saying that it will be very useful when you are at high speeds,
Yeah,
and when
taking
you are
the
taking
turns.
move the car around the curve.
Yeah.
Okay, this will always be on, guys, as the owner says. You can switch it off at your disposal just by clicking this button. So which is very simple and ergonomic, I would say. So let's go through these bottle holders which the Ford gives in this car.
You can place here one small
Cup holders.
or a kind of a small dustbin holder kind of a thing. You can place it here, and one bottle can be placed here. So this is the key holder. You can place your key.
Ford, when it launched Freestyle, it says that a car can do pretty well in the hilly areas, especially. So that's why it was named Freestyle in the first part. So what is a hill assistant? If the owner himself could explain.
Yeah, hill assist in this car is super cool. I mean, how it works is if you are if your car gets stopped in a steep area, so automatically 3 to 4 seconds it would apply the brakes automatically till the time you leave the clutch and press the accelerator.
So it
So
works
that
pretty
works
well in the hilly
pretty well
areas.
in the-
So how comfortable you feel when you drive, or the co-passengers? What they have to say about this front sitting positions and the seats?
Coming to the leg space, you can see here there is a pretty much space, and even I can pull it back. Okay, you can see here I can go back a bit more. Okay, there is enough space, and my height is 5'8". Okay, even that shouldn't be a problem for a person with 6 feet also. Leg space over there.
So for the co-passenger also there is enough leg room, even if I sit comfortably, and also as you can see there is enough headroom as well for the front driver and the co-passenger. There is a vanity mirror here, so for both the driver and the co-passenger it's a very good part, especially when the ladies are traveling. So this black the black coloring of this upper roof has come in the stock car itself. There's no modifications from the owner's
Zero
end.
modifications.
Yeah, there is zero alterations as the owner is saying. So let's go back to the rear seat and see the space. Okay. So this is the rear compartment, as we can see here. So this has the seat belts, all the safety needs which one cares about. So this has this fabric seat which has come from the in the stock car. Okay. So let's see. So let's see how the rear seating is. So I am around 5'5", so he's around 5'8". So let's see how the headroom and legroom is. So the lumbar support seems to be good, and there is enough legroom here, and also enough headroom for a person of my height. So as you can see,
Yeah, you can see here my height is 5'8", and you can see this one is completely pulled back, even though I have a bit of space here. Okay, and you can see the headroom also. Yeah, one disadvantage you can see is we don't have adjustable headrest, but you can see here driver and the rear front passenger is having the adjustable headrest.
the headrest for driver and the co-passenger is adjustable, and this for the rear passenger the headrest is not adjustable, is what the owner is saying. So there is one disadvantage I can see. It has this partition which is coming in between. So for the third passenger to sit in the rear seat would not be so comfortable, but still as the seats are pretty good,
Yeah.
so it shouldn't be a problem. Let's see guys what the owner has to say about the features it carries from the external part.
Normal halogen headlights we have. Okay, and coming to the, you can see here mag wheels. I mean, since that is a top end, along with headlights, and we have a fog lamps here.
So this has come with the car, I mean the stock company fitted.
At the top we have an antenna, and the rails we have in case if you want to carry any luggages, so you can tie it using a rope here. So that one feature is available. And we have a wiper, you can see here. So even this is automatic. If you keep your settings in automatic mode, so even if it rains, right, it starts wiping.
So the both front windshield and the back wipers are rain sensing. Which is quite good. You can carry a lot of luggage. As you can see the depth here, lot of depth. So this will be very useful when you go for a long trips. So guys, the one big question which always remains when you opt for a car is kitna deti hai, the mileage part. So let's ask the owner himself how much the car gives both on road and in the city. So how much it gives in the city?
City around 16.5 with AC. Completely, I mean, I never turn off the AC. With AC, it is giving around 16.5.
So the owner says in city with AC on it is giving 16.5. It's a diesel engine 1.5, So let's ask him how much it gives in the long run, which is the highway.
If you're taking this vehicle onto highway, it will give you, if you're going around 90, 100, then 23 for sure. So if you're going beyond 120, 130, then 18.5 to 19 for sure you'll be getting.
So guys, this is a diesel engine I had said already. So on highway, as per the long time ownership review, it is giving around 22 to 23, which is pretty good when you consider the fuel costs nowadays. Okay, that's the big question answered. So how much would it cost yearly to maintain this beast of yours?
So around each and every service, the general cost will be around 5,000. So in case if you have any parts to be replaced and it's not that high, so around it will be 8,000, 9,000 with AC cleaning, everything. So it would cost you around max if you have any extra changes. So it would cost you around 8,000. And
So one more question which remains is how much would the insurance cost every year?
yeah, so generally, I mean, first 3 years it was from the company. This year I've made it, so it would cost you around 14 to 15,000 depending upon the vendors whom you select. So I've been with now Reliance, so it costed me around 11,000.
So guys, let's hear it from the owner. What are the advantages and the disadvantages of this car?
Yeah, coming to the advantages, since it is a diesel engine, you have a good mileage. I mean, as I said, on highway it is always 22 to 23, and in cities with always AC on, it is 16.5. And next thing is, if you want to go to any off-roading like very hilly areas and all, so you have a good ground clearance. It is 185 mm, and also as I said, we have a traction control system and a hill assist. So when you are going to any hilly region, so that is a pretty cool feature. And coming to the features, which I mean, even as I said, one biggest advantage is even if you're going 180 plus, there is no issues. I mean, it's completely stable.
So the car would be stay put on the highway even if you are at the extreme high speeds. So as the owner said. So as the owner has mentioned, the list of advantages keeps growing and growing. So let's ask him what are the disadvantages he faced, having this car with him. So what are the disadvantages?
There are two disadvantages. One is, I mean, as engine noise if you're going above 120 plus. Coming to the second disadvantages, if you're going to the places where you can see more rats, so easily rats can get into the cabin. So I would tell you to put a rat mesh, so that the entry is blocked for all the rats. So that is, you have to make sure. Okay, that is one disadvantage.
Okay guys, as we had a complete review of this car of the long time ownership from the we heard from the owner himself what he has to say about the car. So advantages are more and disadvantages are pretty less. So as this is a diesel engine, the sound will be a little high, which seeps into the cabin. So that's okay, that being a diesel engine again. So hope you like the video guys. Do come back to my channel, watch all the interesting videos which I have made for you. So please subscribe to my channel Globetrotters. Also press the bell icon down there